Good morning, all. Welcome to the Introduction to C Language Part 1. In this session, we will go through what is a constant, the memory usage of RAM, what are variables, what are keywords, and what are instructions. So, basically, what is a constant? A constant refers to a fixed value that will not change during the execution of a program. A constant may be a number, it may be a character, it also may be a character string that can be used as a value in a program. Say example, our task is to find the sum of two natural numbers. So it is find sum of two natural numbers. So the input for this program is two numbers. So once the input is given, that should be saved in some variables. Say suppose we have A and B. What is variable and its assignment, that we will see in the next classes. However, for now, just remember that whenever we enter a two numbers, that will be saved in some variable. Say we have entered numbers 5 and 4. So our program, it has sum of A plus B. So assume this is our program, the start of program, and we will have end of program. So after the start of program, we have written a code called sum equal to A plus B. So throughout the program, the values of A and B will be constant. They will not change. However, the sum of this A and B will be saved in some other variable called as C, and which will give the output, which now C has 9. So here the constants are A and B, and which is same throughout the program. In the similar way, we have different constants in C language. We have primary constant and secondary constant. In primary constant, we have integer constant, which you have just seen, the number 5 and the sum of those. We also have the real constant, we will have the character constant, and in secondary constant we have functions, pointers, arrays, strings, structures, and unions. So whenever we are defining a constant, we need to follow some set of rules. Following those set of rules is called as a syntax. And whenever we are violating those rules, then the program will throw a message saying as a syntax error. So violation of those rules is called as a syntax error. So in primary constant, we have three different constant: integer constant, real constant, and character constant. In our example, we have seen the one of the scenario of integer constant. So what is integer? Before that, we will see what are natural numbers. Natural numbers are numbers which start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. All the positive numbers. And whole numbers, we will have all the natural numbers, and also we will have 0 included in it. And integers, negative numbers, we have negative numbers, 0 is included in it, and we have positive numbers. So our above example is one of the scenario in the integer constant. Also we are done with example for integer constant. There may be a requirement for us also to calculate the numbers with a decimal point, say 9.0 plus 5.5. These comes under the real constant, and there may be a scenario where we need to append 2 characters or append 3 characters. Say we need to append a character, B and character C. So we need to append this as, we need to take 3 inputs and display it as A, B, C as one string. So this will come under character constant. Now we will see in detail about the rules which we need to follow for declaring the different types of constants. So initially we will start with the integer constant. Below are the rules which we need to follow for declaring the integer constant. So while we are declaring an integer constant, at least one digit is essential. 0 can also be used. When we declare an integer constant, the value of it must be passed as an input compulsory, and by default all the integers will be positive integers, and whenever required we need to prefix negative in front of the number. Say I want to declare or assign the value 6 to variable. I can do it as a equal to 6. So here 6 is positive number, and if you want to assign -6, I mean you want to assign negative number, then you should prefix with negative. So a equal to -6. If I say a equal to 6, by default positive. However, here I have mentioning that it is negative number, and other than plus and minus, no other symbols are allowed. Positive number we can either directly declare as a is equal to 6, or also we can do it as a equal to plus 6, but the default value will be a positive number. So the fourth point is covered. No symbol is allowed other than negative and positive numbers, and the memory required for this is 2 bytes. The memory in our example we have seen the a variable a. So this variable a will be allocated with 2 bytes of memory. So when I say 2 bytes, it is 2 into 8 bits, which is nothing but the 16 bytes. And what is the range of values which we can store in integer? we can't store all the negative and all the positive numbers. Why? Because we have only 16 bytes. So the range is from minus 32,768 to 32,767. So below is the typical diagram of 16 bits. The first, we have total 16 bits. First 8 bits is 1 byte and second 8 bits is the another byte. So here it is 16 bits. It is a typo. It is 16 bits. And as we all know, in the earlier video we have seen that the computer will store the values only in binary format, which is zeros and ones. So the computer has stored some value within this 16 bits. So how we can calculate that? Let's go to the example of this one. Say assume we have a block diagram and say we have 8 bits. Okay, this is 8 bits of data. Okay, and here we have some values. Here we have, as I said, the computer will store only in form of zeros and ones. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is nothing but 1 byte, which is 8 bits. In this 8 bits, some value is stored. So how we need to calculate? Always the calculation starts from the right to left. So here we have 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Conversion of from binary to decimal always start from right to left with powers of 2 incremented by 1 and starting with 2 powers 0. So it represents 2 power the first one represents 2 power 0. Okay, so this is 2 power 0 and this is 2 power 1 and similarly we have the remaining ones. This is 2 power 2 and next we have 2 power 3 we have 2 power 4 we have 2 power 5 we have 2 power 6 and we have 2 power 7. Okay, so this is the fourth block is for 2 power 3 and fifth block is 2 power 4 and similarly we have 2 power 5 we have 2 power 6 and we also have 2 power 7. So this is represents for 2 power 6 and this is for 2 power 5, 2 power 4, we have for 2 power 3, 2 power 2, 2 power 1 and we have 2 power 0. Okay, this is for 8 bits. As we have mentioned here, always the conversion from binary to decimal will start from right to left, and which starts with increment 2 power 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, incremented by 1 and starting with 2 powers of 0. So we need to note down what are the positions with 0 and positions with 1. The places where we have position 0 is, we have first one 2 power 0, we have next 2 power for 2 power 0 we have 0, for 2 power 1 we have 1. Okay, for 2 power 2 we have 1, for 2 power 3 and for 2 power 4. For 2 power 3 we have 1 and for 2 power 4 we have 0. And for 5, 6, 7. For 5 we have 0, for 6 we have 0, for 7 we have 0. Right? This is the values which we have. Now to calculate it, all we need to do is add the sum of all the values of 2 power 0 based on the zeros and ones. Add or sum the positions which have value as 1. Do we have value of 2 power 0 is 0, so just ignore 2 power 0. Next we have 1 in 2 power 1, so 2 power 1 plus again we have 1 value as 1 in 2 power 2, so add 2 power 2 and 2 power 3 and remaining all we have 0, so we can ignore it. So 2 power 1 is 2 plus 2 square is 4 plus 2 cube is 8. So the sum is 8 plus 4 plus 2, which is 14. So the value of 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 binary of this value is equal to decimal number 14. Okay, so the number 14 the computer will store in this format. Okay, and let's save this. We will save this as binary to decimal conversion. So in this example we have the value as 14 and we need to remember that always the leftmost bit is used for the signature. Either it is a positive number or negative number. It is used for the positive or negative number. If the leftmost digit represents 0, then it is a positive number, and if it is 1, it is a negative number. So just assume here in this case we have it as 1, then it is negative number minus 14. Okay, this is about integer constant. Now we will go into the real constant. There may be a scenarios where we need to calculate including the numbers which are out of range from integer values. In integer we have range only from minus 32,768 to 32,767. Say we have a requirement to use the values more than that, then we will go with the real constant. Real constant also has few rules. While defining a real constant, at least one digit is essential. And here also, by default, all the real numbers are positive numbers. And whenever required, we need to prefix the number with negative symbol. And no symbol is allowed other than the plus and minus. And the memory required for this is 4 bytes. In integer constant, we have only 2 bytes. Now here the memory is increased, so you can use the values which are more than the range of integer constant. 4 bytes, which is nothing but the 32 bits. And the range for the real constant is 3.4 e to the power of minus 38 to 3.4 e to the power of plus 38. In real constant, we can store with below formats. We can store 0, we can store 9, we can store plus 9.0, which is with the decimal values. We can store plus 9.9. We can also store 9.9. We can also store the negative numbers. We can store minus 9.0, minus 9.9 also can be stored. And next, the third type of constant in the primary constant is the character constant. As we have already discussed, there may be a requirement also to work on the characters. So below are the rules. In the character constant, only one character is allowed, and that should be placed compulsory in the single quotes. As it is only one character, the memory required for this is 1 byte, which is 8 bits, and the range allowed is from minus 128 to 127. We will see why only 1 byte is required for the character constant. As we have seen in the earlier videos, when we say a character is with the printable keys, and printable keys we have alphabets, digits and symbols. In alphabets we have from lowercase to uppercase. Lowercase has 97 to 122 as the ASCII value, uppercase has 65 to 90, digits from 48 to 57, and we have 32 symbols. So this is the typical diagram for 8 bits. So if we calculate leaving the leftmost one, which is 0, or which is for the signature, leaving that, if we sum up, it will be maximum up to 127. And also if we notice, all the ASCII values for any character will be maximum up to 127. If we remember the first video, we have seen there are 127 keys combinations which can be entered from a basic keyboard. So whatever the combinations or whatever the characters we enter, the maximum value of ASCII value is 127. And the table here we have taken with the example of all the different types of constants, characters. The first character is lowercase alphabet with ASCII value 127. The next one is uppercase alphabet, which is 89, the digit 9 with the ASCII value 57, and next the symbol plus with the ASCII value 43. For all these ASCII values, as they fall below range of 127, the maximum memory required for it is 1 byte. So we have seen today what is the constant and what is the primary constant, real constant and the character constant. And in the next session we will see the usage of RAM memory, the variables, keywords and instructions. Thank you.